Well, Dom Bizzari, man, more importantly, these things are called the pop-up turtle coasters, right?
Yep, that's
and
right.
They're wonderful. I mean, they act functionally as a coaster, but they're fun. I mean, it really pops up and goes down, and you put a glass on it, and the little pop-up thing disappears and becomes flat, and catches any mess, and you got beautiful colors, and I see right in behind you there, you got some, right?
Yeah, it makes it fun. It gives a little life
Yeah.
to your boring average coaster,
Right.
a little extra functionality and all that.
Well, what a wonderful Valentine's Day gift. Well, I guess you won't be out of manufacturing by then, but we could,
Right.
you know, if we do it to get this, I mean, we could show them a picture and it'll be coming, right? Because
yeah, absolutely.
you're doing so well on Kickstarter now, you're going to be making these things soon, and they'll be in stores and everything. And I guess now you're really getting them cheaper than once it becomes retail.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Ultimately, right now these ones are 3D printed prototypes that I make myself here at my studio. Yeah. And once we get into actual production, you know, these ones take 4 hours each to make.
Wow.
So you know, it's just not viable. I mean, they're almost like final product, and a bunch of my friends have them. Kind of like beta testing for me, and it works perfectly fine, but it's not feasible. So
Yeah. No,
going
it
into
doesn't.
production is going to be good, and yeah, it'll bring the cost down and
Well, you get a pair of these like for $14, right?
correct.
Right. And I see, like in the video, I mean, your video is really cute that you have on Kickstarter, and the kids get excited about playing them because it's almost like I don't know, you can bounce all these things all over the table and have
Yeah.
fun with these things. Yeah.
Yeah, it gives them something to do, you know, when it's not being used as a coaster, when they're just
Right.
sitting there, you know, on your coffee table being unused. Yeah, is that extra little functionality to mess around with.
Now you're a freelance designer, so you design stuff for other people. But this is your first, attempt at really making your own stuff instead of making other people money. You're going to make your own money, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And what made you do that? Just greed, or do you feel more self-fulfilled when you're doing it?
Yeah, I mean, that's always been my dream. I kind of fell into freelance as kind of an ultimate segue into this.
Uh-huh.
I really, I was looking for a full-time job and stuff, but freelance was really more my thing. I get to keep it fresh, new projects,
Right.
every, other month. And, and a sense of accomplishment when you finish those projects, you beat the deadline. And we did so much of that, that I really got a good understanding of the industry. And, I decided it was time to, try and take on something myself.
Well, were you working on consumer products like this is, or were they all kind of products?
I was kind of all over the board
Yeah.
for the past few years. I dabbled in a little bit of architecture, doing some CAD design for the architect, and we built a custom house in Princeton. To consumer products like dog chew toys and
really?
even
I see.
furniture and stuff like that.
Chew furniture.
Yeah, so just whatever company
Yeah.
needed any kind of concept sketching, new product ideas, any kind of CAD, 3D design.
So now you're an inventor, I guess, with your 3D printer back there, which is very reasonable nowadays. You don't need to, mortgage the house to get one of these things anymore, like it was in the beginning. And
Yeah,
so
it's
you
amazing.
just work on these things and to get prototypes to see if they work. Put it on Kickstarter, raising 20 grand, and now you have a full business.
Yeah, that's the
Wow.
idea. Hopefully, that's how it pans out. We're still a little bit away from the goal, but I'm pretty confident we'll make it there.
But now you graduated what, 2007 or 8 or something like that?
Yeah, 2008.
I see why you're a freelancer. The market went down, and it was.
Yeah, exactly. It was a bad time for
Right.
my sector, research and development, and all that was kind of very slow. Nobody was making anything new. Everybody, trying to save money, and yeah, it was very very slow for our sector for several years, and that's kind of how I kind of dove into freelance, and everything kind of just went from there.
So you thank God you didn't get a normal job, because then you wouldn't have been doing this, right?
Yeah. It's very possible.
And now you have a whole new career. Now you're going to be a business person. Not only a designer. You got to figure out logistics and accounting and distribution.
It's a lot to take on your own. There's a lot more aspects to it than one would think.
But it's fun, man. I mean, that's why you're a freelancer. You're never doing the same thing all the time. And so, I mean, that's what I feel. A small business, man, you could work all day on any one of 10 things, and they're all important, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I live for this. I set myself up in a way to kind of be in this position, and now I'm finally here and doing it. That it's, it's very satisfying.
Wonderful. Well, actually, you're taking, well, I mean, you're doing it all, and now you have, hundreds of people that's saying, "Hey, you did great." Before, when you're making it for one company, you're lucky if you get one pat on the back, right?
Yeah, no, that's very true.
And now every time that clicker goes on Kickstarter, that's another guy who likes me.
Yeah, it's exciting, it sure is.
Yeah. And you get that reinforcement. Man, we all need that. That's why I think when people hate their jobs, because nobody pays attention to you at work anymore. And, you don't feel appreciated, and you put something out there that you worked on, and people appreciate it, and hundreds of people appreciate it, and that's a nice warm feeling.
Yeah, to get the feedback that I've received so far is, it's a nice feeling.
Well, that's wonderful. Okay, get these now. It's going to be on Kickstarter for a few more weeks, and you can get to the Kickstarter by going COOSTR, Cooster, but no E, COOSTR.com. And that's the website. You see that, and you click through Kickstarter. Watch the video, because that really makes those things sing.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, the video and everything, it shows it in action. I tried to make it as hands-on as possible so you can really get a feeling. But really, I still think it doesn't even do it justice. A lot of people sort of don't understand, but once you get it in your hands and you can really see like the functionality and just what it can do, and you'll find your own uses for it.
Did you hire professionals to do your video? Because that's a cute video.
Excuse me?
Did you hire professionals to do your video?
Yeah, he's a professional, but he's also a friend.
Oh, I see. Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so I networked out a little bit, and it was kind of like a friend of a friend who has his own video production, and gave him a call, and gave me the friend price, and we worked through it pretty good.
Wonderful. No, it's great. So it's COOSTR.com, and see Dom Turtle Coasters, pop-up turtle, pop-up turtle coasters.
That's
great.
right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Matthew.